4 people who listened to me before on my radio show in Michigan, and a special thanks to the 3 people who wrote in and asked me to continue it. I want to start this first show off talking about the Toyota recalls. Everybody's heard about them. It's been in the news non-stop, and it is driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy! The deal is that Toyota has been recalling vehicles to fix the problem, and the media has not stopped talking about, is this going to affect brand loyalty to Toyota because they're so famous for their reliability. Let me take this chance to put it into perspective for you. Statistically, it doesn't even make sense for them to recall these vehicles, so they're doing the responsible thing, because the amount of incident that it occurs in is so small that they'd be much better suited business-wise to just pay off the damages for any of those accidents that happen. Here's the breakdown. There's only been 2,262 actual complaints regarding the issues that these recalls deal with. Now, if you compare that to the number of Toyota cars on the road, that is a statistically tiny amount of complaints. Let me put it another way for you. Over the last 10 years, only 19 deaths can even be remotely tied to the issue related to these recalls. They're not even confirmed that that's the reason that the accidents were caused, but they do know that the vehicles involved had this issue, and there's a chance that that might have been the reason for the accident. 19. Now, I'm not trying to minimize death. Yes, anytime anyone dies, it's a very tragic thing, but statistically speaking, every time you get into the car, you're risking your life. Driving your car is one of the most dangerous things that you do on a daily basis, and 19 deaths over 10 years is such a small number that it's practically negligible. When you compare it to other things, I think that a few of you might remember an issue a few years back with a thing called the Ford Exploders. Yeah, Ford trucks and SUVs had Bridgestone Firestone tires on them that would explode at high speeds. In the 10 years that those tires were on cars and trucks that were on the road, they caused over 250 deaths and 3,000 serious injuries in the same time span as the Toyota recalls. 250 deaths, 19. Not quite the same thing. It's my opinion that Toyota needs to stop being villainized in the media and congratulated for doing the right thing by recalling these vehicles. I mean, hell, you're 30 times more likely to be struck by lightning than you are to be involved in one of these accidents with a Toyota car. So with all that being said, don't be an idiot! Buy a Segway! Wait, what was I talking about? Normally, on this part of the show, I'd like to answer an economic question from a caller. But since this is YouTube, what you guys could do is post a comment or a video response to this video with your economic question, and I'll try to answer it next time. My question for you guys today is, which Super Bowl ad were you influenced by and why? And if none of them were any good, which one did you hate? I'm going to close with my economic tip for the day. And my tip for today is, it's tax season. Please, be an educated consumer. Shop around. Don't just pay some stupid accountant that you always use some crazy price because it's your taxes and you want to make sure they're done right. Everybody knows that it's their taxes and they want them done right. And whatever you do, if you have another option, please don't go to H&R Block. They are the biggest scam in taxes that there is out there. How do you think they can afford all those commercials you see on TV? It isn't because they're the cheapest, I'll tell you that. They literally blast a commercial at you every second of every day from January 1st to April 15th. Prove the media wrong. Don't just be a mindless zombie that you do everything that the TV tells you to do. Except for your computer. Do everything your computer tells you to do, because the internet never lies. I'm so angry! Well, that does it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and please remember to rate, comment, and possibly even subscribe if you thought I was super great. And 5 stars makes me happy!